This is the plaintiff, Gabriella Spencer. She says she rented an apartment from the defendant, and it was a horrible place because when you flush the toilet, it would come up the drain into her bathtub. The toilet water flooded her bathroom and caused damage to the floor. Now that she's moved out, the defendant refuses to return her security because he claims she caused the damages. Yeah, right, buddy. She's suing for $3,000, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, John Chrisinger. He says the plaintiff caused all the plumbing problems because she put an excessive amount of baby wipes down the toilet, clogging it up. Something awful. This woman caused so much damage to his unit, it looked like a hurricane came through. Owe her any money? No way. He's accused of having water problems. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,440 for additional damages.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff rented from the defendant and says it was so bad that when you flushed the toilet, the water ended up in her bathtub. But the defendant says the plaintiff stuffed the toilet with baby wipes. So give me a break. It's the case of you wipe way too much.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Ms. Spencer, you were living in Mr. Chrisinger's apartment for how long?
It was about 7-8 months, I believe.
Okay. And at some point towards the end, were you on a month-to-month?
No, I was on a year lease.
Okay, and why were you let out of the lease?
Because there was serious plumbing issues. He told me he would release me from the rental agreement.
All right. What were the plumbing issues that surfaced?
When I first moved in, the tub would take all day to drain after taking a shower, and I called him and notified him about it, and he said he would send a plumber in the following Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday, I had cleaned an apartment for him the very next day.
Because you used to clean apartments if he requested, and he would pay you how much?
The previous apartment I had cleaned was really bad. He gave me $300 for it.
Okay.
This one I had...
The agreement was $100?
Yes, the agreement was $100.
And he never paid you that, right?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I sent him the pictures for it. He said that it looked awesome, like I sent him pictures for the previous apartment. I have those pictures here with
Yeah, let me see those pictures. Just hand me the pictures of the apartment you cleaned. All right, so in September, the problems happened again with the backup, and how did it happen this time?
It started with the tub not draining. The day after I had cleaned the apartment, the toilet started bubbling, and my neighbor's toilet was bubbling too. Hers only bubbled for about...
How many units are in this place?
There are 4 units in the building, 2 on the bottom and 2 up top.
So which neighbor was it that...
The one next door to me.
Okay.
And hers was bubbling too, and she also had leaking problems in her bathroom as well.
Okay.
That kind of told me that there was plumbing, within the entire building.
Okay.
I actually talked to the lady above me, and she said that she was having plumbing problems as well.
Do you have an affidavit from her?
I do not.
Okay, go on.
He said that he had arranged for the plumber to come in and fix it, and that they would look at the toilet as well.
Now, the plumber did come, correct?
Yes.
How many plumbers were called out there?
So the original claim that she had a slow tub, I called on Monday, scheduled for the following Monday. On Wednesday of that week, the 25th, she said now it was a toilet problem, that it was plugged and overflowing, and I had a plumber there by 4 o'clock that afternoon.
That afternoon. But that's,
Right.
so the toilet would be an urgent thing. The
Absolutely.
slow drain of the tub can wait because it might be a hair clog or something. It's not going to be that. All right, so you have the plumber there, and what happens?
4 o'clock, that plumber didn't have the right equipment. He said the plug or the clog was larger than he was able to do with the equipment he had.
Well, why doesn't he bring the right equipment?
Doesn't
that, because I know what the right equipment looks like. It's just a bigger, longer snake, right?
Yeah,
That's
no,
all it is.
It's the
Put your hand
bigger
down in the
size
middle of the
jetter
conversation.
than
It's just
the one they
ridiculous.
had.
Go ahead,
I
go on.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
They said they would be back the next morning on Friday the 27th. That morning I called to confirm. They said they would be out at the end of the day because they had other things to do. They never showed up. I talked to them late that day. They said they'd be out on Monday. On Monday,
Yeah, it's time to call an emergency plumber on Friday, but go ahead.
on Monday the 30th, they came out, cleared the clog. Everything was taken care of.
Right. Now, let's talk about the extent of these problems. What am I looking at over there?
These pictures were taken on Wednesday, and I sent him, I took these pictures to send to him in a text.
So you sent him this on the Wednesday before the Friday that the plumbers didn't show up?
Yes.
Got it.
And The only reason why I noticed it.
Is this this is the water flowing from the toilet?
Yeah, every time.
Why is there a toilet on top of the toilet? What is that little?
It's my toddler's little potty. I took it off the floor and I put it, on the toilet.
That's the potty training thing now?
Yeah, it looks like an
that's
actual
brilliant.
potty.
We had some colorful one. It didn't identify with a real toilet
It
at all.
has a little flush on it and everything.
It has a little flush on it, but
Yeah.
it's not tied to any. It's just the flush is fake.
Yeah, it's
right.
the
You got to
noise.
clean the. Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh! Look at that. That's the water coming out of the tub or out of the toilet?
Out of the toilet. It would have come out of the tub. If you look in the later pictures, it fills up. But I took my mop bucket and I made several trips to the back.
What is this a picture of?
This is a picture when the first plumbers came, I was there to let them in. And this is a picture of the pipe outside that they said, this is the reason why the building is having plumbing problems.
What is this a picture of?
That's a picture of it flowing out of the bathroom.
Oh, Lord.
It went into my son's room. It went into the hallway. I had
These
to
are wood
move.
floors.
Yeah. Every time anyone in the building flushed their toilet or did anything, it came.
Do you have any evidence of that it's everyone in the building? Because this is what this case is boiling down to. According to you, oh, by the way, what is at play here? A security deposit and a last month's rent?
What I paid to move in was a security deposit and the first month's rent.
Oh, so that got eaten. Why are you suing for last month's rent?
It wasn't supposed to be last month's rent. It was supposed to be first month's rent. What I paid to move in so that I can get another place. Because you have to have.
You lived that month. You had an apartment that month. That got used up. See, people sometimes pay first month and security, or they can pay first month and no security. That's for the first month, or first month and last month and security. You never paid a last month.
No.
And your first month got used up. So what's at play is a security deposit. So now and everything else you're suing for. You want $1,300 for being forced to live in a dangerous condition. $50 for damaged bath towels. Do you have pictures of the damaged bath towels?
No, I have a couple of them.
Because I presume
there.
your bath towels are not on the floor.
Yeah, they are on the floor in some of the pictures.
But they're not normally on the floor. You mean because you use them to clean stuff and now they won't wash out and be clean? What are you saying?
That stuff is disgusting.
Yeah,
I
it's
threw
disgusting.
them away.
But how are you going to prove that you're entitled to $50 for that? I mean, this is awful. Okay? He's about to say it's your fault. We'll get to that in a second. This is awful. I'm just saying, how are you going to prove that you're entitled to $85 for wind mats and bath towels? Normally, as gross as that may be, you have a kid, so you know how gross things can get in a house. You put them in the washing machine, they clean, right? All right, let me talk to you. By the way, did you ever have to move out or no?
Yeah, he gave me 2 weeks to move out to what I was paid for. That's why I was asking for the deposit and the first month's rent.
Wait, hold on. You asked to be let out of your lease and he agreed.
I asked him if he was going to compensate me for the.
Here's my question, and it's a very simple question. Did you ever move out? Not, did you move out in the end? I know you don't live there now. I mean, while you were living there, did you ever live somewhere else and then come back or whatever?
I had to leave because we were getting sick from the smell.
So where'd you go?
I went to my neighbor's house.
And how long were you at which neighbor? The one next door?
The one next door.
Okay. I thought you said the one next door was having the same problem.
Her toilet was bubbling for, like I said, an hour, and then it stopped. She didn't have any overflow problem like that.
Okay.
That's why I didn't mention the bubbling in the first place.
No. What I'm trying to understand is, you have said that it is a building-wide problem, and as evidence of that, you told me that your neighbor had the same problem.
She's having clogs in her tub as well, and she's also having the roof leaking in her bathroom as well.
Okay. Now, according to you, what does Calhoun Plumbing say?
Calhoun Plumbing, according to the invoice that they sent me, the clog was caused by an excess of baby wipes being flushed down her toilet.
Her toilet?
Her toilet.
Let me see Calhoun's invoices that say that, or their bills or
I never flushed
whatever.
any baby wipes down the toilet.
And quite interesting, I think if you look at her pictures on the back of her toilet, there's a box of baby wipes.
If I look at her pictures on the back of her toilet.
But I don't flush those down the toilet.
Well, why are they in the bathroom? Of course you flush them down the toilet. What do you do with them? What do you do with them? They're not really, but that's not for baby wipes. That's for personal sanitary, whatever.
No.
Well, maybe it's for baby wipes with the kid. I have no idea. What do you do with
Yeah, I
those?
have a 1-year-old son.
Right.
And before I take him in the bath, I take his diaper off, and I use that to wipe him off, and I put that in the diaper, and I put that diaper in the trash. I've never put any baby wipes.
So according to Calhoun, let's see, jet sewer line from cleanout. Blockage was large amount of wipes. Cable tub drains in both bottom units. So they definitely, who's the plumber who actually went out there?
Calhoun was there both on Thursday and on Monday. It was a different gentleman the two times, but the company is Calhoun Plumbing.
How am I to know, and how are you to know, based on the fact that they are talking from jet sewer line from the clean out, that the blockage came from her apartment as opposed to the other apartment? Because that's your whole premise for not returning her security deposit and for your $3,500 counterclaim, is it's your fault. I have a plumbing disaster, yes. And she's saying it's not my fault. I don't I don't send those down. So how if it says jet sewer line from the clean out, that's the outside thing, right?
Correct.
So how are you pinning the wipes on her and not wipe because she has wipes on the toilet seat? You know, I mean. She
has wipes. There's been wipes on the back of that toilet every time I've been in the unit.
But you know, it could be another person.
She has the only baby in the unit. They're in the building.
The people above me
right,
had
but
a
it
baby.
makes, okay, the people above you have a baby too?
Yeah.
But see, you know, here's where the problem lies. The problem lies that these manufacturers actually say that these things are flushable, and people flush them, and they clog it up.
Yep.
I know that to be the case. But here's the thing. The least likely person to flush a baby wipe is the person who has a pamper. Do you have kids?
I have raised 3 children.
Did you change their pampers?
I change diapers regularly.
Right, so you know that the least likely person to flush a baby wipe is the person who has a diaper in the left hand, wipes the baby's bottom, and sticks it right in the... That is exactly how it's done, right? You're not gonna change a diaper, then go somewhere and put the diaper away. Where do you put your diapers away? Just in the trash can? Mm-hmm. And then also flush the thing down the toilet because there's already the item that's offensive in the diaper. So you just wrap it all up in the diaper tape. That's kind of how it works. But the more important part is that you really have no evidence that this was something that came specifically from her apartment, as opposed to what happens a lot, which is people use these things for sanitary purposes themselves, you know, adults.
So are baby wipes flushable? What do you say?
I think some are. If it doesn't state it on the packaging, yeah, it's flushable.
You believe that?
Yeah, 1 or 2 are flushable, not 3 or 4 or 5.
I'm kind of interested in that. Who has kid? Well, obviously. I didn't think you kidnapped this kid. I mean, okay. Are baby wipes flushable?
Some. Most not. Unless it states it on the packaging. I don't think so.
Fair enough. I'm glad you have a father that's standing behind you that's going inside the courtroom.
So your counterclaim for $3,440 is based on your professing that it's her fault. I find that you're unable to prove that. And her claim for $3,000. Do you have any? Oh, let's talk about the $100 apartment. There's no dispute that you were supposed to pay her $100 for the apartment.
This is a totally separate apartment.
I know.
Okay, yes. I had contracted her to clean the apartment. She did send me a picture. However, my real estate agent, when he went over to set the unit up for pictures, etc., sent me pictures that it was still very dirty.
Can I see the pictures from the real estate agent? Because her pictures, of course, that she took look impeccable.
And unfortunately, it's black and white, but it's still very clear.
Unless I can tell what you're saying from it. I do see that you got, is that a text?
Yeah.
I do see that you got a text from someone saying it's not clean enough. And I know that you hired somebody else for an additional $150. So apparently she was giving you a really good rate. An additional $150 to come in and re-clean with a note that said, you don't need to clean the oven and the fridge because they're really clean. How do you justify paying her $0? All right, you might want to have her try again. I used this towel to clean the living room floor. And basically they just took a rag and went like that on the floor, that's it?
That's what my real estate agent did to clean up the floors enough to be able to take pictures. But then Nelson's
pay the lady.
clean.
I'm ordering you to pay her security deposit of $710. I'm also ordering you to pay her the $100. That's $810. Verdict for the plaintiff on the defendant's counterclaim, $0.
So the plaintiff prevails to the tune of $810. Mr. Christinger, Bad day.
Bad day.
You lost both suits.
Unfortunately, the judge wasn't able to see that it was the plaintiff's fault that Miss Spencer caused the damage.
Well, you just didn't have the proof. You know, it was a mess.
It was a mess.
Yeah,
it was a mess, and unfortunately, she caused it. So,
okay,
All right.
that's what you say. Stick
Thank
to
you.
your word. Okay, the other way. Door is that way. All right, Miss Spencer. He still says it's your problem, but anyway, the judge found for you. You okay with this?
Yeah, didn't get what I wanted, but at least I got something from it. I didn't deserve what I had to live through. The pictures got worse as you got into them, but they didn't show those, so.
It was a mess. No question about that. You're not there now.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay. Harvey?
Doug, two things. One, the defendant, there's no proof that it's the defendant's baby wipes. But secondly, even if it was, if the package says flushable, there's no negligence because you're just following the instructions.